channel. So today's video is going to be a bit of a more serious video on a more serious note. Sorry, my laptop's in the way. So anyways, this is kind of like why I didn't upload last week, and like also just a more serious video in general. Because I just want to put this out there. So my past, back in the day, I was obsessed with One Direction. I would internet stalk them all the time. I basically knew exactly where they were all the time. And it was really bad. And I didn't realize this until really a couple weeks ago. And then I realized I was kind of doing the same thing with a couple guys and like whatever. And then this story happened. And it kind of goes like this. So in the beginning of January, I had made this travel Instagram. Because 2020, 2021 is going to be a big year for like me traveling and stuff like that. So this person, I don't know, but he claims to be friends with one of my good friends from freshman year of high school. Anyways, she said, or he was like texting me on Instagram on this account and DMing me, and I was like, kind of don't want to talk to people all day. I was kind of in a bad mood. I don't remember why. I just knew I was in a bad mood. And I lied and said like something about like somebody like I don't really want to be talking to you, and I would get in like really big trouble or something. I don't know. I lied about it. Because I just didn't want to talk to him. And I blocked the account and I blocked the number. Didn't know I deleted the account and deleted that account and blocked that person off that account. But little did I know this person was following me on personal Instagram, and my phone number was on there. My phone number that was call only for business inquiries only. And so last Sunday, like I said, I really didn't have any video ideas for last week. This guy's texting me. And I'm like, okay, like I was just gonna like do like a night routine, like like before school, like how I study, whatever. And then this happened. And I started texting him, and I'm like, who are you? How do you get my number? Like, what the fuck's going on? Having a panic attack. And then I was like, block the number. You're not posting this week. Like, this is too much on your plate. And let me just kind of get into this. So I've done some crazy shit in my past. But there's a fine line between DMing somebody on social media, any type of social media at all, and texting them off their personal cell phone number. And that fine line is the fact that it's their personal cell phone number. Like, never in a million years, all the stupid shit I've done, I would never text somebody's number if it was on social media. Unless it was like I had like a big brand deal, or I was working with the brands or whatever it was. I wouldn't do it unless I was like some big brand or a brand that wanted to work with somebody. But anyways, with that being said, I was like, I don't really want to do this. And I've heard like people tweeting and texting and like on social media, like celebrities and YouTubers being like, please don't stop at our door, like, you know, whatever. And so like, if you haven't watched my 2017 Crazy Stalker experience, that whole situation with somebody's like texting me everything they needs to know about me and more, and my whole life story, and like me not wanting that to happen again and stuff like that. But then also, like, a lot of people know I don't really know what I want to do with my life yet. Or what I want to do, and a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you should do social media. Like, I love social media, and that's what I love to do. But I've always told myself, like, from get-go, day one, smack dab, as soon as I posted that first video, I was like, okay, whatever happens, you're going to go to college, you're going to get your degree in something, and you're going to have a backup plan in case this doesn't work out, in case something happens. I've always had that goal in mind. Now, have my, like, plans changed? And, like, yes, I've changed my major a bajillion times. I had changed what I wanted to do. And, yes, right now, I don't really know what I want to do. I know I want to do something that helps people with, like, craniofacial differences, whether it's speech therapy, occupational therapy, whether it's assistant or an actual occupational therapist, the speech therapist, any really kind of therapy. I could never do, like, surgery. Like, personally, that's just me. And, like, I couldn't do certain things, like, in the medical field just because there's certain things I can't personally handle. But I've always told myself I need to have a backup plan. I need to do this, I need to do that. But if I could do YouTube the rest of my life, I want to do YouTube, and I want to do social media, and I want to influence people. Like, I love my impact I make. But there are days and times, like, when this situation occurred, that I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this or not, because, to be honest, like, my safety and my, like, life is 100% my number one priority. Like, my location is my number one priority. And one thing that I want to address is there's been some times where, like, my followers, subscribers will, like, follow me on Facebook and stuff. And my hometown is on my Facebook page. And I'm like, okay, like, yeah, you can follow me, like, I don't care, because, like, at least, like, they've DM'd me or commented, and they're very much so, like, I love what you do, I love your impact, and whatever, and I know there's no harm in that, and they're not trying to do anything. I'm not saying if my channel grows bigger and bigger, like, that's going to be the same thing or whatever, but, like, there are certain people that I know, okay, this person's safe or whatever, but in this situation, and this, like, whatever happened last week, I just, like, needed a break from YouTube for a week to, like, kind of get my head back on straight and realize what I really wanted, and realize that it's okay to cry and it's okay to feel like shit. And I remember when this happened and me going home and, like, me contemplating, like, talking to my parents about what happened, because I still lived with my parents because of my anxiety and stuff. Like, when I lived in Superior, it was really much so, like, I loved living on my own, and I loved, like, the freedom of it. But I couldn't do that at that point. Like, it was 2.5 hours away. It was just really hard for me. And, like, I knew, like, for right now, like, it's best for me to be at home with my parents, where not necessarily they can take care of me with my animals, with my dogs, but at the same time, I do kind of miss, like, living alone and stuff like that. But with that being said, I still live with my parents, and I'm still on my parents' phone plan, so I was going to talk to them about getting a new phone or getting a new number, at least getting a new number about this whole situation and when it went down, because I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I've been in random group chats before with people, and I've asked to leave them, and they won't delete my number off of it, because I don't know how they get my number, but I do know for a fact that don't let, like, and I've learned that don't let it, like, scare me, don't let it get the best of me, but if it does get worse, there's always a way out, and there's always a way to stop it. Like my mom's always said, if something happens, just, you can get off social media, you might have to take a social media break for a little bit, and that's kind of what I did last week. I kind of took, like, a little bit of a YouTube break, social media break from, like, YouTube specifically, because I needed the break. Like, I needed time to think about it, and I needed time to realize, like, what was going on, and I needed time to really, like, and even though it wasn't, like, through YouTube in particularly, I put my life out there, and I deserve it because I put my life out there, but I really just needed a break from that and realize that it's okay. It was okay to cry. It was okay to be in a situation that wasn't the greatest and wasn't necessarily the best situation to be in the world, but it was a pretty nasty situation. Yes, I realized right away, like, just block the number, it'd be fine. But when this all went down, being at work and, like, needing that, like, it sucked. And it sucked because I didn't know what was happening. I'm naive, but at the same time, this guy who was texting me is, like, in his 40s or 30s or possibly mid-20s, but still, like, I'm only 20 years old. I'll be 21 in September, but still, like, that's a lot to handle, and mentally, like, I wasn't capable of that, and I love what I do, and I love, like, people, like, obviously criticism and stuff sucks sometimes, but you need that honest criticism, but you also don't need people texting your actual phone number. Like, DMing somebody is completely different. Like, I love when my fans DM me and being like, I love what you do, you're so inspiring, you're like a model, like, oh my god, like, I love that, and I adore every single person that does that. There are the people, though, that get my number and then they text me just random stuff, or, like, this guy wanting to be wanting to be friends that I didn't even know. Like, you think I'm going to do that? Like, sorry. Like, I hope you all know that I read every single DM. I try my best to, like, read every single DM. Like, I try my best to be active with you guys as much as I can, and possibly, obviously, and sometimes it's harder than others. But I do hope you know I read every single comment as best as I can, that But yeah, so I hope that explains everything of why, and I hope you guys understand like that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Like, comment, subscribe, and my links are in the description bar below.